we've had a parks question for your district yet. What is your vision for parks in Dunwoody now and in the future? Denny, you're first.
Okay, for District 1, my vision for the parks, we have some quality parks in District 1, and the one thing I want to make sure that we continue to do is to enhance those assets that we have. You know, those parks, I was on the negotiating committee, and the lowest price we got from DeKalb County, the last best offer was $5 million. We paid $16,700. Let's call it $17,000. We have the Dunwoody Nature Center over there. One of the things we did last year is we put around $250,000 in the budget for our parks, and every park could bid on it. Actually, we had money left over, believe that or not. But we've enhanced the ballparks immensely. We worked over Dunwoody Nature Center, and we're going to continue to work over there. As far as a project is concerned, replacing the Nature Center building itself, that's important, but I think that will require a lot of private funds. You know, the Brook Run project is $7 million if we get it. It has to be used there. So I say in the meantime, we concentrate our money over there. In the Nature Center, and the Dunwoody Park itself is about 32 acres. So that's a lot of our parkland over there. It's really great for our kids, and we've enhanced it. If you haven't been over there recently, the Nature Center behind there. We've got walls down there, we've got walkways, we've got a lot of things that we've enhanced, and we will continue to enhance them. We need to enhance our parks, and we need to get our people in our parks.
Now to District 2, I believe. Some slack, all right.
Here.
Go ahead.
First place, let me say this, okay? We got those parks at that price because the legislature stepped in, okay? That's what really happened. Now, we did get them at that price. My vision for parks, if I could just wave a wand, I'd have ball fields for the kids here. I mean, all kinds of things. But my vision is limited greatly by we're landlocked, and we only have so much land. Brook Run is an excellent place. I'd like to see possibly a senior center go in there where the hospital was. There was a theater. Let's fix it up and let's do community things. Let the high school use it. Okay? The vision has to be developed by the people, though. And these are things I'm hearing from the people I just shared with you. They're not original with me. So I say yes, parks are important and we need to keep going, and I agree with Mr. Shortle that we need to get them out into the parks, do things. I think that's right. So that's where I stand on it, and I thank you.
We'll give you 30 seconds.
He's just referring to me. You know, again, our parks are an asset for our community. And the one thing we have to do is keep them safe and keep people in our parks. And let me just tell you, the Nature Center, if you haven't been over there lately, you ought to come. If you've got grandkids like I do, bring them to the Nature Center and watch the good time they have. If not, bring your own kids over there. But for goodness sakes, let's use our facilities. They're fabulous, and we like our ball fields.
Skipping you. District 2. Here's a question for all three of you, but you have to be specific and answer both parts in a minute 30. And Jim, you're first. Please give an example of a good decision by the council in the last couple of years and a poor decision by the council. Jim, you're first.
I think a good decision would be the projects involved with getting lights synchronized. I mean, that's obviously a way to help the traffic flow in and around Dunwoody, and that's, you know, just a smart use of our money. Bad decision, you know, again, the wheeling deal is just a disaster. You know, it distracts the council and the staff from doing the work they should be doing in the city, and we're throwing in a lot of money building the roads, curbs, gutters, storm sewers, stormwater detention, financing the land for a real estate developer. The city should not be in the real estate development business, plain and simple.
One of the good things I'm very grateful for is all the sidewalks that we're actually creating in Dunwoody that we definitely need. Where they're leading to our schools like this one, that is fantastic. They're making it safer for our children to walk to school, and I think that's fantastic. I think we could use improvement on communication. I'm a big believer in these town hall meetings. We got 4 coming up next year. I think that hopefully that will help us communicate on the issues as we move forward in our new cityhood, because this is a new adventure for us. We're just 5 years into this. So town hall meetings will probably help us get through the process of understanding how all this works, and I think that's one thing we can improve on. Thank you.
I think I would be in agreement that the Georgetown project in itself, just from everything that's gone on with it, from its conception to what it's turned into, it just wasn't really well thought out, and especially not taking into consideration some of the other areas down there. That particular plan, I just don't see as a good plan, and I don't see that as a good move by council. I would also say, though, I would agree with the fact that we're taking steps to improve the traffic flow by synchronizing lights and by trying to get traffic moving through Dunwoody at a much more reasonable rate, I think is a wonderful step forward for our community.
Thank you. And District 3, one final question. Doug, you're first. As a council member, how can you support the growth of businesses in the community?
Well, I'll say I do support the growth of businesses in Dunwoody. I have a business in Dunwoody, so it would be critical of me to say I don't support businesses in Dunwoody. As has been alluded by Don Boykin of the Chamber earlier, the business community pays the majority of the taxes in Dunwoody. The low rates that we enjoy on our property taxes are the result of the taxes that the businesses pay. My commercial property, I don't get a homestead exemption for that, as I do on my house. I've got to pay business license. I've got to pay various fees to the city. Businesses also create jobs. Businesses create reasons for people to come and to locate here. Businesses create reasons for people to stay, and they serve our citizens. So, you know, I'm all for the economic development that we've been a part of, and I hope we continue to do that. And I've been proud of what we've done.
I think the first thing we need to do is make sure we're staying out of their way. I think it's very important with the city be in communication with the business owners and understand that when they're causing difficulties for them. I'm kind of concerned about giving tax rebates to building owners to get tenants into those buildings. My concern is that it makes an unfair playing field. And I'm a free enterprise kind of guy, and I think that you know the real estate should work on the system should work on its own for the most part. You know, I think we need to stay out of the way. I think another thing that's important is the police have to, you know, Perimeter Mall area is a perfect example. The police have to be involved in there and keep that place safe, because if we ever get to the point where crime gets so bad there that you're afraid when you leave the Apple store with a new iPad that you're going to get mugged. We're going to be in big trouble, and you know that can really get to be a big issue there around